Hey guys, welcome to Inner Peace Tarot. I'm back with another reading for all signs. We're just going to go Aries to Pisces in order. And today we're looking at what kind of people you're manifesting, what kind of people you're attracting into your life with the energy that you're currently embodying. So we'll start with Aries. Tell me about Aries' current energy. Okay. I am seeing like a little bit of like an oversharing sort of energy. It's giving the impression that like you may be sharing like discoveries you're making or like realizations you're making about like imbalanced or unhealthy connections around you. You're sharing that knowledge in spaces that aren't necessarily relevant. The Page of Swords in reverse, it's sort of an excessive outlet. It's not necessarily like productive. It's not productive chatter is what I'm hearing. Let's see, and with the Lovers in reversed. You know, to an extent, I do think that like, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is implying that like these realizations you are making are valid, they are legit. But again, I think this is kind of going to boil down to where you are disclosing that, or like where you're sharing that, who you're sharing that with. But yeah, I'm hearing it again. There's a lot of validity to what you see about the situation. So what is that attracting? What kind of people is that attracting? I'm getting like a directionless sort of like people who play it safe. I'm looking at the Two of Wands in reverse with the Chariot in reverse. People who are like afraid to put an end to certain situations, who are afraid to move on from certain things. So maybe it boils down to like what specifically you are sharing. But yeah, there's a huge focus on like safety. This energy of sharing in a relevant space, or in a counterproductive way, is attracting people who something about that makes them feel safe. But it's not in a way that helps them grow. It's catering to a fear that they have. So yeah, just be aware of that. I hope that this was helpful or resonated. We move into Taurus. I feel like I look like I work at Trader Joe's today. Just found me at Trader Joe's. Great. Tell me about Taurus's current energy. Oh. Interesting. I'm looking at the moon in reversed and the judgment card, which was like sideways. In a way, this is coming across as like there's some kind of unbelievable I'm hearing degree of deception, or no, yeah, there's some kind of like a lie or some kind of just like unfathomable what's it called? Presentation of character. It's just like appalling to you. But to the point where I almost kind of see you gaslighting yourself about it. With the judgment card sideways, it's like you know that this is happening, but you don't necessarily want to go about your life and like make decisions from that space of accountability as if like this were a very real thing. You know, with it being sideways, I almost see this as like you're torn between trusting that this is the reality of the situation and like, again, sort of gaslighting yourself. Yeah, no, I'm like, sorry, it's like actually not funny, but I'm seeing this character here. They're just like not involved in the space, and they're just kind of like, I really hope that that's not what's going on. I really hope that that's not what I'm seeing right now. But anyway, so that Taurus is your current energy space. So let's look at like what that mindset where you're sort of gaslighting yourself about something that is appalling and is very real. I'm hearing you don't need the proof, kind of a thing. It's whatever the situation is, it's set up so that there is none. It's set up so that it's specifically being hidden, but something within you has seen it. So that being said, what kind of people are we attracting in that energy space? Okay. There's something about like acquiring financial stability, possibly excessively, possibly in a way that like your recognition it has them like almost embarrassed. It has them questioning like why they would take the lengths that they're taking. For this wealth. So maybe this is like a money or work situation. Yeah. Maybe it's like a work conditions kind of situation. You know, I'm hearing abuse of power with this like deer in the background, way up on the top of the mountain. Something like that. So the people around you who may also be in this space, right, with the mirroring, where they see that something's not all right, but they're not acting like what they are seeing is real. You're attracting people who also see that and are not okay with what that says about their morals around acquiring that wealth, what that means, what that, you know, that sort of a thing. So it's like halfway being accountable for it, a lot like, you know, what we're seeing with you with the 2 major arcana. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Feeling like this like sinus pressure, like so randomly. Take that as you will. We'll move into the next sign of Gemini. Tell me about Gemini's current energy. Okay, the 9 of Wands in reversed. You're giving into something, accepting something. Yeah, with the Star and the Hermit in reverse, I'm kind of getting this vibe of like, whatever. I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. Something like that. Yeah, with the wand suit, I'm sort of seeing like, you know, that can sort of allude to like creativity. It's like you're letting go of like this intricate strategy to get around whatever has been blocking you from your healing, from healing whatever space this is talking about. And you're just like, I'm just gonna fix it by moving on. You're not sitting there trying to figure out the code. You're not giving up on the code. You're giving up on the entire situation altogether. It's kind of what I'm getting from that. Okay, and so what kind of people is Gemini attracting with this kind of energy? Ironically, you know, You're attracting the very people who were involved in this space that you were trying to heal from, that you were trying to, I'm hearing work with for however long this has been going on. I am sort of getting the impression that it has been a long journey, with it being the 9 of Wands in reversed. I mean, this guy's been putting up a fight for a really long time. He's worn out, he's beat. And he just said, I'm done. I've had enough. That sort of a thing. So what I'm sort of getting is that the people that you're walking away from by way of leaving this space are going to kind of be running back. Because they know. They know what they could have done better. They know that they could have been more cooperative. They know that you were doing way too much. And they were just like, okay with it. So you know, ideally, once you're past that and you're like well into this like new space, that is the Hermit in reverse. You're not going to be, you know, you're going to be manifesting entirely new energy, but so long as these little, you know, I'm hearing gnats, like these pests from this past situation are in your vicinity, they are going to be even more so drawn to your energy. So what's the advice? I haven't pulled for anyone else yet, but insist on your peace. Them showing up is not any sort of reason to go back to like trying to make it work in this like intricate way. That's not why that's happening. Use that as an opportunity to communicate with the universe that yes, you are sure you're done with this, that sort of a thing. Cool, so move into Cancer. I'm hearing greed. Tell me about Cancer's current energy. I'm hearing petty. So we heard greed and now I'm hearing petty. I'm looking at the King of Cups in reverse with the High Priestess in reverse. It's kind of like a mind game, possibly in like an emotional space. It's giving like reverse psychology, something like that. Tell me about the King of Cups in reverse. Okay. So what I'm looking at is the King of Wands, the Four of Swords reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed. And with this, it's more so giving like, you know, I just really care about you, so I want you to know this. Yeah, this King of Wands like has his like hand on his heart. But with the King of Cups and the High Priestess in reverse, it's like not coming through as very genuine. There's definitely like some ulterior motive here. What is the ulterior motive? Okay, some kind of like relationship. Take that as you will. Let's see what kind of people that is attracting. Ooh. Into Cancer's life. You're attracting people who with this behavior, with this, I'm not even going to say behavior, it's an energy space that you're embodying. So whatever motive you're entertaining, you know, I'm hearing like giving empathy. You're like rewiring your approach to empathy through this behavior. I don't know that that's relevant to the reading, but that just came through, and that's very important because you know, when you care about someone, really, that's supposed to be a very authentic energy. So when you use that care to be petty or to get something in return, that is how that care will be seen moving forward. I'm hearing you're watering down what that care and empathy conveys when you are being authentic with it. It will not be received that way if this is how you are using it. So you're attracting people with the Three of Wands reversed and the Ten of Pentacles in reversed. I'm seeing it kind of two different ways. One is like where you are not aware. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles in reversed. This is specific, but I'm getting where like this person is not aware that they are like a workaholic. This probably really depends on like the context of whatever's going on here, but yeah, where either you're not aware of it or they are not aware of it. Some imbalance is the point. I'm kind of getting that, like, you know what this is, so I feel comfortable stopping there. If you don't know what it is, it's probably not your reading, but let's see, is there any advice? Your guides are like, don't be petty. Like that. That's the advice. So probably more so what we discussed is your energy space. That's what we got for Cancer. Moving into Leo. All right, tell me about the energy that Leo is currently embodying. You're tired of this, like, be it your energy or people around you. It could be both. Just controlling people. You're tired of controlling a situation. You're tired of Queen of Pentacles in reversed energy. People who need to control because of something that they are insecure about. I'm seeing this like necklace, and I heard Queen Elizabeth. Like literally no shade. I don't know too much about the royals. Just what I've seen on The Crown. So if there might be something there, like someone who, you're tired of people who are just like in power and like are insecure about that space of being in power, and if it actually means anything, and so their sort of way of bringing meaning to that position of power is to excessively control. That's what you're tired of. You're just like not amused, and that could be you again, but it could also be people that you feel like you're surrounded by. So what is that apathy attracting? People who are simultaneously done investing in surface level validation through control, or it could even be like with money, since we're seeing like the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Like people who are like maintaining this grip on something through superficial means is the idea. So in being tired of it, you're also manifesting people who are phasing that energy out of their own life. So people who are wanting to not do that anymore, people who are done doing that with the Death card. So that's pretty exciting. You know, behind this like Queen of Pentacles, I like slid the card and saw this like new cup being presented. So make sure that when you do see this, someone who does not invest in this like superficiality, that you see that you notice that you cherish it. You know, this is coming through as sort of like a new energy. You're realizing now that you're tired of it. So you might not have the eyes yet to see what people have to offer without that. But you're being guided to really make sure you're taking the time to notice it when it appears in your life. Okay, so we'll move into Virgo. Tell me about Virgo's current energy. This is kind of coming through to me as the friend that people go to for validation or advice. And Virgo, I see you kind of like giving the advice, giving the validation. And then like that friend never takes it. So they come back with the same shit. Kind of over and over and over again. You just kind of like, at some point, all you can do is just like nod along. It's like you see this friend getting to be tired of this conflict that they're manifesting for themselves. And I see you being like optimistic about that. So it's kind of a nice energy. I mean, it doesn't come through as like very judgmental per se. I heard, no, I'm judging, like, so probably depends on who I'm reading for, but yeah, you're optimistic about some kind of like loss, because change, you know, with loss brings change, that kind of thing. So you're excited about this change, or you're optimistic that some kind of change will come through. Let's see what this is attracting, kind of people. Possibly this is more coming through as like what that friend, how that friend is responding to this optimism. And whether you're expressing it or not, I'm hearing that it's being picked up on, which I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. Like, you feel how you feel. It's exhausting to be a therapist for your friends. But I do kind of, with that being said, see them picking up on that and being more reserved about what they vent about, or more specifically about how they just their plans moving forward with the Justice card. Just like they feel that it's only, you know, it's not to be spiteful, it's not to be petty, but they're gonna realize that, you know, with this loss, that this has been self-inflicted, and they're gonna remember how many times they went back to you about this issue and like vented. And I think that they're gonna feel like they're better off just kind of like processing this stuff on their own first, just to make sure they're not doing that necessarily again. So if we want to look at this as far as like new energies you're attracting, I would say people who pause and try to like work through things themselves before bringing it to you or their friends. You know, people who are actively trying to not overshare in one way or another. I'm seeing this horse in the Four of Pentacles. It's like this loss allowed for this person to see that they've been on a high horse, but this horse is like not very tall. It's like this woman on the horse is like eye level with these people who are just like standing there. So it's like an accountable energy. People who aren't expecting you to like validate their pride, or who aren't expecting you to just like, you know, take their side. If people share with you, if these new energies are sharing information with you, it is because they genuinely want the advice, or they genuinely just wanted to share the information. It's not about obtaining some kind of, again, pride or validation. Okay, so that's what I have for Virgo. Move into Libra. I just heard slip. So tell me about Libra's current energy. is actually reminding me of the last all signs thing that we did for, I think it was Libra's reading. Watch that if you feel guided. But it's like this energy of wanting to level with is what I'm hearing. Some kind of petty or like irrelevant at the end of the day. Trying to level with some kind of third party in some situation. And with the pentacles, the 2 pentacles in reverse and the 3 of pentacles, I heard it's all part of the plan, which sounds straight up evil, but take it as you will. Doesn't necessarily have to be that dramatic, but it's like you're reacting exactly the way that this third party wanted you to react. That's for Libra. Sorry. Okay, so what is this attracting into Libra's life? What kind of people? This is attracting people who are not putting in any kind of effort to make something balanced. I can't necessarily see why exactly that would be with the context that I have at this point, but feeling guided to like self-promote for a second. If you do want me to read into this for you, I do personal readings. That might be beneficial for whoever I'm reading for. It's like I want to pull another card, but I'm like, why? So maybe that's what you're kind of being guided to do. Sort of like consider why you're reacting at all. Again, watch that last reading. I think it was energies you'll balance this week. It's a very strategic space here. Why are you attracting bare minimum, minimal effort is what I'm getting. Okay, so what I'm hearing is you're not invested in this. So you're manifesting people who, with you leveling, you making an effort to level with this third party, you're not passionate about that work. It doesn't require a lot of effort for you, or genuine effort. Yeah, it's like nothing. Like you're just kind of like, might as well just pour a little into this cup, whatever. That's what they wanted. They wanted a little bit of your water, your emotion in their cup. They wanted some kind of like attention, some kind of acknowledgement. And so with you being, you know, investing in this space without the actual lust for it, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of, you're manifesting people who view this relationship space with that same energy, and they're treating it like a job. Okay, so that's what I have for Libra. If you treat this third party energy like it's a job, you're manifesting people who treat this connection with you like it's a job. That's what I'm getting. We're gonna move into Scorpio. I'm just gonna clear the energy. You know what? We're gonna do a part 2.